Hey, what's up guys? So today we are going to implement the shop system in our game, and today it's just going to be quite just the scripting and a basic layout because I haven't actually gotten the sprites for the shop yet. So yeah, let's get started. So first we want to create a new script called this shop manager. Alright, and then open that up in Visual Studio. And yeah, so now before we create anything, let's go back to Unity and create a scriptable object. So for those who don't know what a scriptable object is, it's basically some kind of file, you can say, or object storage or data storage that stores data about a certain object. So for instance, I think we already used it in that episode back then. Alright, so for instance, when we are storing the cards, it stores all the information about this plant, and then we can just retrieve it later on. So let's create a scriptable object, call it shop item scriptable object. Alright, and then let's open that up again in Visual Studio. Alright, so now let's start by defining the scriptable object. So this is quite it, and the only line that we should add now is this one here. So create asset menu. Alright, so this allows you to pretty much be able to create it from the right click context menu in the project window. So right here, let's just have a menu name. Call this shop item, and then another one which is the file name. Call this new shop item, and here we can have a public string name. We can have a public string description, public int, or okay, let's just have it an integer because in Plant vs Zombie everything is full price, so we don't actually have fractions. So let's keep it as integer. Now, if your game supports let's say 0.5 cents and all those stuff, then you can have it as a float or double. So here we just have a cost, and then let's just make a boolean. Public bool is permanent, and here public int use count. Yeah, here you go. So now this is our scriptable object, and now let's go back to the shop item, and in here we are going to have a method. So public void, let's call it buy item, and here we actually want to take in an item, so we'll take in the shop item scriptable object, call it item, and in here we'll check if we have enough price, if the coins that we have is enough. So we'll do if coins manager, I believe, coins manager dot instance dot coin. Okay, wait, let's open that in value. Okay, no, that's not it. Game manager dot increment coin, so it's in the game manager. Current amount. All right, yeah, so it's current amount. All right, so instead of coin manager, it's in game manager dot current amount is less than item dot cost. All right, so if it's less than it, then we can just do return, because we don't want to actually be able to buy it, so we'll just return here and we can just put an error message if we really wanted to. Debug.log error, not enough coins. Alright, and now that this is done, here we can actually process everything. So let's go back to the scriptable object, and in here let's just add another rule, call it isBought, and in here we'll also check whether or not we have already bought this item, item.isBought. Alright, and in here we'll do item.isBought equals to true. Then we'll do game manager dot current amount minus equals to item.cost, so we remove it, and then we actually want to save it. Alright, save the player pref for it, and in here we'll just do player prefs dot set, let's just set int. Alright, so we'll do item.name, and then here we'll just do 1, and we'll also dot set another int. This is for the item count. Alright, because if it can be used out, then we need to keep track of how much we've used. So here we'll just do item.name underscore count, and then here we'll just replenish it, so item.useCount, for instance. Now that this is done, we deducted it and all that stuff. Great. And now let's just get rid of this first line, save that. So this should technically be the buying logic for the game. However, yeah, so now we can go ahead and set it up real quick. So let's just do a new UI, so right click canvas, call this shop UI, and let's also, under game manager, let's create a new object, call this shop manager, and right here let's add the shop manager script here, and shop UI. Here we can just modify this as we would with any other UI that we've made. Alright, so now that this has been done, save it, and in here let's just make it quite simple. We can actually just duplicate this thing. Let's just duplicate that. So where is it? Canvas, blank selection. So I'm going to copy this and then just paste it here, paste as child in this shop UI, and make sure it's here. Okay, good, great. So here let's just also instead of let's rock, okay, so instead of let's rock, let's just have a, no, it's good, and now let's just make it so that it's in the middle instead, like that. And let's just also create a UI from in the background, an image, and let's call this as backdrop. So again, in the next episode, we are, once I get the assets ready, that is, we are going to redo this UI. But for now, we just use these temporary sprites just to showcase and see if the system is working. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got a nice UI, and let's just also have a button so we can just go back if we need. UI button, and let's just have it here itself. Make that a little bit bigger, place a little bit better, like so, and then save it. And here I just say exit, exit and auto size. So we can click on this to exit the shop, which would be quite simple. Okay, let's just drag and drop the canvas here and then disable the canvas itself. So enable equals to false. So this should allow us to exit the shop, as you can see. So now that this is done, let's just create one for the rake. So here I'll go with UI and a button. Alright, so then let's just add one here and let's just style it a little bit. So let me just look at the sprites, which one I have. We can actually use the plant card itself for now. So let's just do that. So we'll use the plant card here. Oh, before I forget that, guys, let's go back to the shop item scriptable object and let's also have a public sprite icon. Okay. We might not use it here, but it's best to have it. Okay, so now this is that one. Okay, so this, let's just call this item or shop item, and this would be called the item name. Yeah, and this will take only the bottom portion here, and we don't actually want it to go to the sun. So now we can just ensure that this gets here like so, and here. So let's just make an item name here, for instance. The minimum it can go is 10 for it here. Okay, so this appears, and then we'll have the cost here. So duplicate this, call this item cost, and this, let's say it's 100. Okay, so this will be where it is, and this can go to 5, let's say. So this will be how it appears. Again, later on we will actually modify this to look better, but this does the job. Item name, item cost. We won't have a description just yet. However, we need an item icon, so UI, and then let's just call this item icon, and this will be here, like so, and save that, and make sure to disable raycast on all of these components. Okay, raycast target. Now that this has been done, let's create another script real quick. Let's just call this shop item card. Open that up. And right here, let's just remove all of this. We'll just do a public shop item scriptable object and just call this item, and then we want to have a public image item icon, public tmp underscore text, call this item name, and if this is underlined for you as well, just import the tmp pro package, and then same thing but for the item cost. Alright, actually let's just make these as serialized field, because we don't need it public. Alright, because no other script will access it except our own. And yeah, so now here void awake, and then also public void by let's rename this to buy, and yeah, we'll keep these two. So on void awake, I want the item icon that sprite will equals to this item dot icon, then item name, and then item cost dot text would equals to, and in here let's just have this item dot cost. Save that. And if we were to go ahead and try this out, so I take the shop item, alright, and then we add the script. This is it. So shop item code, let's drag and drop this in here. Yeah, and let's just assign the item name, assign the item cost, and assign the item icon, and save that. And let's go back to prefabs and make this a prefab. And right here, let's just create a new folder, call this shop item SO, and in here let's just add the rake. So cards, no, shop item, call this rake item, the name is rake, description, this kills a zombie when they walk over it. And let's look at the icon for the rake. The cost for this one, let's have it as 90 for instance. Use count is free. And for this one I'm going to assign the rake here and open that up in prefab mode because I forgot something. In the unclick event, let's also assign the buy here. So this is the buy. We can exit prefab, save that, and let's hit play. So now as you can see, it loaded the scriptable object as needed. So rake 90, and then here is the actual icon that is being placed. So let's have it as a total of 10. Okay, great. So we can exit that, and now let's implement the buying method quickly, which is quite simple. So in the buy method, we'll just access shop manager dot instance. Oh, there's no instance. Okay, yeah. So here we'll just do public. Actually, we can just have it as a public static for itself. Okay, so here we can just do shop manager dot buy item, this item, and let's see if this works. So head back to Unity and hit play. Oh wait, actually very important thing. I did is permanent, yeah, here we cannot actually store is both here because during runtime we cannot save data to a scriptable object. So this is a small mistake that I've made. So right here we cannot actually use this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just transforming this get would equals to, we can use player pref for it. So let's just go back to the shop manager. Here as you can see we have an integer, alright, so which is item name and 1. So what I'm going to do is remove this line here. Okay, go back to this, and here we just do get, and get would equal to return as player pref dot get integer, and this will access the name equals to 1. Okay, so what this does basically is it says that alright, so did we buy it? So how it happens, it looks up for this name in the player pref, and if it does not exist then it just returns 0, and then if we bought it, that means that it should be equals to 1. Okay, so if we save that, and then we save this one as well, and let's just go back to shop item card, and let's just do public void debug is bought. Okay, so this is only for editor use. We're just going to debug that log whether we have bought this item or not. So debug.org, this item dot is bought, and in here we'll just do a context menu, call this is bought, save that, head back to Unity, and let's see. So now if I click on is bought here, as you can see it returns false. But if I were to buy it, okay, I don't have enough coins, so let's just make it as 0 for now. Okay, so it's free. Then here if I click on it again, it should have bought it. Right click, is bought, true. As you can see now it's bought. And again, if I were to re-enter the game and re-trigger this method, it should still print true, as you can see. Great. So now that this has been done, let's just bump the price back up to 90, and now we actually need to make it activate. So what we are going to do is we'll go back, so we'll select the rake here, select this rake, right click on the rake script, edit it, open that back in Visual Studio, and right here first we want to do if, we'll do if, let's just also reference the scriptable object here, so serialize field, shop item, okay, and this will be called item. Okay, so what we are going to do is item that is bought equals to false, then we are just going to return here. Okay, but first we want to just set active, we'll just access game object dot set active false. Okay, we don't want to use it, so if we didn't buy it, then we don't want to use it. So head back to Unity and let's just clear the player path. So the way you do this is go under edit, clear all player paths, but this would also delete previous preferences like the money that we have. So what I'm going to do is, let's head back to Visual Studio real quick, under game manager, game manager. Oh wait, let's just do shop item card itself. Let's just copy this and let's just call remove from prefs, remove from prefs, and let's just print removed here. Save that, and right here let's just do player prefs dot, we don't have to do it, but we can just set int this item dot name 0. Okay, so now this should technically, well, not delete it, but it should unset it from being bought. And let's right click on it, where is it, and removed. So now if we were to play, we should not be seeing the rake anywhere. Oh wait, I forgot to assign it, sorry. So let's go back here and assign the scriptable object here, and now hit play. As you can see, it's disabled. And now if we buy it, oh, we only have 20. Okay, so if we buy it, okay, let me just put this as 0 for now. Okay, because we are going to actually test it. So now it's bought. If we play the game again, as you can see, the rake appeared because we already bought it. And now, because this is a consumable item, what we can do is go back to the rake script right here, and in here we do if, oh no, sorry, not if, but because we know the rake needs to be bought over and over again, so what we are going to do is, we'll do another if item dot use count is less equals to, let's go back to shop manager, and we want this, so less equals to player prefs dot get int this, and if it does not exist, then we can just use item dot use count itself. So if this equals to that, no, sorry, we actually don't need that. We just have to check whether or not it's smaller or equals to 0. Okay, if this is that, then we want to set this to not being bought. Okay, so let's just copy that, paste it here, put this as 0, remove count, and then just have it as set int. Okay, so essentially we are just removing it from being bought. And if not, we'll do else, copy this thing, copy this thing, copy that as well, int count used equals to this. Alright, so here we'll just do count used -1. Okay, and let's not forget this as well, set int. And now if we play, so it should only appear 3 times, okay, because use count is 3. So this is 1 time, this is 2 times, this is the last time it should appear. As you can see, it appeared, and this time it should not appear if the code is working. Okay, so let's play and see. Okay, so it appeared. Okay, let's just do one more and see if this changes anything. Okay, great. So now it actually disappeared. Great, so it's 4 times, I believe it was. Okay, let's head back to the script and see what happened. Okay, so let's just debug that log count used. Alright, and let's hit play. So now we can see how much it is each time. So first we need to buy it again because it's all used up. So let me buy this. Now we should have 3 times left, so this should be free. Okay, good. Then if we, here it's 2 times, now it should be 1 time, 1, and now it should be 0 for the next one. So I think, yeah, there is 1 time left. Great. And now it's a 0. So if we play again, it shouldn't appear. Great. As you can see, it doesn't appear. Great. So yeah, that was it for today's video, guys. Again, thank you all so much for watching, If you've got any questions, suggestions or ideas of future episodes or videos in general that you would want me to make videos about, then feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. If not, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!